Hey there. Good morning. I am out here doing my reflections on the hill. It's been a while since I've even been out here on the hill. And for those of you, all three of you out there who just wait for these updates of what's on my mind as I go for my morning walk. It used to be a run, but it's now a walk. Maybe a run again someday. But I have to be honest, almost 50. So Reflections on the Hill is where I process the things that I have spent time studying in the early morning hours, and then I process it here for all three of you that watch these videos. So I'm gonna get right to the point today, because here's what's on my mind. The phrase "act like a man." So when we hear that in our culture, especially in today's culture, it can get kind of crazy on what that means, and it brings up all kinds of, just very varied conversations on toxic masculinity and all that. But I'm pulling the phrase from 1 Corinthians 16:13, and it starts with "be alert." I'm not exactly reciting it right now because I'm forgetting exactly what it says, but it says "be alert, be strong," and it says "be" or "act like a man." And that Greek word, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it here, but it's the only time it's used in the New Testament, and it literally means, it means act like a man. That's what it means. Other translation will say be brave, be courageous, but the word means act like a man. So the question becomes, what does it mean to act like a man? So earlier in my study, I'd been in Joshua 1, where the Lord is telling Joshua to be strong and courageous because he's about to take the land that he's been promising him since Abraham. So the time has come. Moses has died. He saw the promised land. But now Joshua gets to take the people in. He's supposed to be strong and courageous. So how is he to be strong and courageous? Well, if you read on in Joshua 1, 8 through 9, or 7 through 8, it talks about being in God's word, the law. It talks about the law, which is the Torah. It's the first 5 books of the Bible. That he was to meditate on God's word, to not let it depart from his mouth, meditate it day and night, do everything according to God's word. So that gives us a picture of what it means to be strong, courageous, of what it is to act like a man. It's to be in God's word, to study it, meditate on it, do what it says. By the way, you get this beautiful, no filter, no makeup. I do better just processing things as I walk, so I don't have time to go home and turn on a ring light and make sure I have the right filters on. So, sorry, this is what it is. And I didn't know my voice was going until I hit live. So, anyway, act like a man. So it brings me to question, this time of year is when Bible studies start, and there's always a ton of women's Bible studies, right? A ton. And I often hear stories from my own ladies of their husbands wanting to learn the way that they're studying their Bible. So they go home and they share with their husband things they learn, and they want to learn too. So my question this morning is to all you guys, how are you studying the Bible? Do you not have the tools? Do you want to learn the tools to study on your own? Is it getting in a group that you don't like to do? Because I'll tell you, women's ministries get a lot of bad rap for fluff and whatnot, in their ministries and what they're teaching. And that's true. There is a lot of fluff in women's ministries. But I will say this about men's ministries. It seems that if a men's group gets together, most often it is to talk about inappropriate addictions that those men have. But yet, nothing is done about it. It's just let's talk about it. And I say this from experience as a wife on the other side of that situation of a man who went to groups like that, and there was no fruit from that. And we faced the devastating consequences from that. By the grace of God, we are married today. So I will say that. But back to the men's study. So guys, I want to know, do you not have the tools? Do you want to learn the tools? Here I am as a woman teacher, and I've been wrestling with where I should be teaching the Bible. And honestly, it's a hot topic right now, women teaching men. But if you guys need the tools, and I have them, why wouldn't I not help you? that's my question. So anyway, I just would love to hear from you guys on how you study the Bible. You know, you're leading your families, you're, you know, providing for them and doing all these things. How much time are you spending in God's word? Do you need tools for that? Because there really is so much benefit in a deep study, not just opening and reading your daily reading for the day. Like, that's great and all, but let's go deeper. Like, the girls I know, we're going deep, and it's with precept studies, and I can help you with that. So anyway, there's a podcast on my church website. I didn't know it went out today. I recorded it months ago, like maybe it was like the beginning of the year. I don't even know. But I talk about the point of precepts and the tools. And at the time I was teaching in a classroom to men. So anyway, that's a whole nother video on women teaching men in the church, which I'm not going to go on today. I just want to know from you guys, like how can the church help you? Do you want to learn tools on how to go deeper in God's word? So yeah, that's my reflections on the hill this morning. How can we act like a man? And I'm going to say this. To act like a man, you need to throw like a girl. Did you get it? Like, there's a lot of women out there who are going deep in God's word. Men, you need to study like a girl, throw like a girl, act like a man, throw like a girl. So, I don't know, take that however you want it. Thank you. Oh, Lori, you're watching. Thank you. I always look back at these. I'm like, oh, horrible, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm almost done with my walk. You guys have a great day. And I'd love to hear from you. Drop it in the comments. Tell me, like, guys, especially you guys, like, you know, is it great? Are you studying God's word? You're getting it in? You don't need help? Or do you want help? Because that's what I'm asking. So, okay.